Hi guys, my name's Rebecca Flick and I've been doing my internship with Justice Works. We are located in Butler County. It's an amazing program with a mission of building better futures for their families and community. I love Justice Works and it was a paid internship opportunity, which was absolutely amazing. Please check them out if you are interested in internships later on. I wanted to first start out by talking about the different programs that we have throughout Justice Works. So the first program is my main program, the Independent Living Program. We service youth from 14 to 23, and we get our referrals from either CYS involvement with the families or juvenile probation. A lot of them come with different reasons, whether that's housing instability, food insecurity, truancy issues, mental health, legal stuff with probation, doing community service, school performances, social anxieties, and tons of other reasons that our youth might be referred to our program. The Independent Living Program is, honestly, we have the attitude of whatever it takes. That's a big statement here at Justice Works. We take them to their therapy appointments. We help them get set up for therapy if they're not already in it. We will take them shopping and learn budgeting skills. We have groups every day at the office here. We do a cooking class, a wellness program, an art program. We do money management, textile arts where they learn to sew and crochet. We've done photography groups. We're trying right now to start a program where the kids have their own art program and we want to do an art show for them, but we really try to get the kids involved as much as possible and kind of have it student run, and we just guide them along and help them find the resources and networking that they need for these programs. We give them lots of great opportunities with helping them find housing, jobs. And a big part of that is why I did my final project is a community resource binder. So we had a filing cabinet here at the office, and a lot of the things in there were either outdated, no longer, programs that weren't even there anymore, phone numbers that weren't updated, addresses that weren't updated. And there was some programs that were in there that were great resources, but they're here at the office and you have to always come back and get them, which is fine. But with my resource binder, the goal is to have each employee get this when they start out here, because what I saw when I started here was that I wasn't from Butler County and I didn't know all the different resources that were available in this community. And I was constantly going to my coworkers, which they're super great and always super helpful. But we have a lot of cases here and everyone doesn't always have the time to answer right away. So I thought about putting a resource guide together for all the different resources that are available in our county. That way, I can have this in my car, I can take it with a client, I can go through, find what service they're needing, and find all the information. I can copy different forms for them, and I can walk through the steps of whatever's, they're looking for, and just I know all the different programs that are available to them, and I can look at it straight with them out in the field. So another really great thing that I would love to do with this program, because a lot of my struggle, honestly, with completing this, like my biggest challenge was honestly just time. I have a lot of cases and doing schoolwork on top of that and doing all my internship stuff didn't give me a whole lot of time to do everything I wanted, but luckily I'm staying here full time and I plan to expand on this. So one of the big things I want to do with this is I obviously want to continue to add any resources that any of my coworkers or I come up with, but also I really want to do a lot of networking. So we've already kind of started this. We've had the housing authority come in and do a program and lesson, have the kids sign up for different things in our program. We've had CCR, the Community Resource Center in Butler County, come out and do a staff training for us and gave us a ton of resources that are actually in here. We've partnered with the library. We're partnering with YMCA to do a swimming program, as one of our coworkers here at separate job had 2 incidents where she had 2 clients that ended up having drowning. And so one of her goals coming here was to make sure that everyone in the program knew how to have safe water safety, whether that's actually being able to swim and loving that and doing it recreationally, or just being around a body of water with friends and they just have the safety to know how to, not drown. So that's really cool. We always are coming up with different ideas. We've done etiquette dinners here and we take them out in the community and do all sorts of things. And so networking is a great way for us to be more connected with the community and the youth that we serve. If we're more networked with different resources, it's easier for us to be able to get our kids the services that they need. And, instead of calling a bunch of places and getting the runaround, we know those people, face to face, one-on-one. We know them, we've serviced them before, we've worked with them, and it's easier to be able to know how to navigate those systems to be able to service our youth easier. So that's one reason I love this. So as I said, all of our referrals, so to be a part of any of these programs, all the referrals come from either CYS involvement or probation. So some of the other programs that we do case management for is first our STOP program. Our STOP program is for families in crisis. We try to have daily contact. We have a minimum of 6 hours a week with them. And this is to service families who are having parent-child conflict or have immediate safety concerns such as hoarding in the home. And we come up with a safety plan for them, and another one is possible homelessness. And we come up with safety plans for them, and we have contact with them 6 hours minimum a week, if not more. And we do whatever it takes to service those families and make sure they're not in a crisis by the time we're done. Next, usually after a STOP program, we don't just get rid of the families because they're not going to be fixed in 30 to 90 days. We drop them to a Just Care program, and that program is a 2 to 4 hours a week minimum. Case management services, we link them to all the different community resources, just like the independent living. And we mentor, do budgeting, organizational skills, and a lot of the same things we do with independent living, but we don't do them with just our youth. We do them as a family unit. Some other programs that I have worked in while I was here and got training for was the Y-Try program. Our Y-Try program is for youth that have truancy issues. We meet with them 4 hours a week. 2 hours is spent on the curriculum and 2 hours is focused on case management. we target the risk factors and issues related to their academic engagement, not just sitting and making them do their schoolwork, but like really getting to the root of the problem of why they are truant in the first place, and trying to address that, whether, you know, they have significant mental health issues, and we get them into services for that and different things of that nature. So I'll just go through a couple things and show you kind of how I did this. And this is obviously something I can add onto over time. But what I did was I labeled different things, such as this one is transportation, food insecurity, clothing, housing, mental health, employment, health and wellness, drug and alcohol, emergency and abuse, phones, LGBTQIA services, a service of Know Your Rights, and oops, one fell out, secondary education. So these are different categories of services that I've been looking for and finding resources for. So for the first one, just as an example, this is transportation. So we have the Butler County Medical Assistance Transportation Program. And what I tried to do with all of these is get updated phone numbers, you know, their hours of operations, a little bit about the program, and then there's just different information that you would need for those programs and so forth. So that is what I did for my final project here at JusticeWorks. If you have any questions, please let me know. This was an awesome internship and I loved it here. So if you have any questions, I'm still going to be working here for a long time too. So come work with me. Thanks, guys.